Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a specific piece of kit, the Kramer GALIL-6-C. It's a 6.5-inch closed-back ceiling speaker. We've got the details here from HDTV Supply, and our mission really is to figure out how this speaker fits into complex installations, commercial audio stuff.
Right, and HDTV Supply itself is interesting. They've been around, what, 24 years? Google Shopping calls them an exceptional top-quality store. That suggests, reliability. And for you, the listener, knowing your supplier is solid, especially for gear that needs to last, well, that matters. Good support, fast delivery mentioned too.
Good point. Okay, let's talk money quickly before the tech specs. MSRP is $315 for the pair, but they're listed at $252 right now, and there's a 10% off for another discount at checkout.
But beyond the price, it's the other stuff. Free shipping, okay, standard enough. But a 1-year warranty and, crucially, free lifetime tech support.
That lifetime support, that sounds impressive. They list phone, chat, text, email, even FAX.
Yeah, the FAX part seems a bit dated. But hey, lifetime phone or chat support, if you're troubleshooting an install years later, that could be, invaluable.
Definitely. Okay, logistics covered. Let's get into the speaker itself, the engineering. Kramer made choices here. It's a two-way coaxial speaker, sold as a pair, and importantly, it's closed back. Why is that closed design such a big deal for ceiling speakers?
The closed back, it's key. Two main reasons, really. First, acoustics, it stops sound leaking upwards into the floor above or the plenum space. Second, often safety related to, depending on construction. Component-wise, you've got a 6.5-inch woofer, polypropylene cone, so it's durable, and a little half-inch mylar tweeter for the highs.
Okay, and power. It says 30 watts RMS. That's the continuous power it can handle, right? Day in, day out.
Exactly. 30 watts RMS is your steady state, but then there's 80 watts continuous program. That's like headroom for musical peaks, dynamic stuff.
Yeah.
Gives durability.
And if you're not using the built-in transformer, if you bypass it, you get standard 8 ohms, the low Z setting.
Correct. 8 ohms nominal impedance in low C. That's your typical setup for maybe just one pair connected directly to standard amplifier. Simple stuff.
Right. But here's where it gets, well, really interesting for the commercial installers. Yeah. That 8 ohm thing often goes out the window in big buildings. The key feature listed is this multi-tap power transformer. That's for the 70-volt and 100-volt systems.
Precisely. Think of it like high-voltage power lines. You step up the voltage to send audio efficiently over really long speaker cables. Minimal power loss. If you're running, say, dozens of speakers from 1 amp across a large area, you pretty much have to use 70 or 100 volts. It's standard practice.
And it looks like you have options on how much power each speaker draws from that line. Specific taps.
Yep, very specific. On a 70-volt line, you can set the speaker to draw 30 watts, 15, 7.5, or even just 3.7 watts, or off, which is the low Z bypass. On 100-volt systems, it's similar. 30 watts, 15, 7.5, or off low Z.
Hold on, 3.7 watts? That seems tiny. Why such a low setting? Is that just for really quiet background music or something else?
It's all about balance and control in different zones. Imagine a large room, maybe one area near a noisy entrance, another in a quiet corner. You could tap the speakers in the quiet zone down to 3.7 watts, while others are tapped higher. It lets you fine-tune the volume across the whole space without messing with the main amplifier constantly. It's really flexible.
Makes sense. Okay, rounding out the specs. Frequency response is 95 hertz to 20 kilohertz, plus or minus 3 dB. Pretty standard for this type of speaker. And this is big for installers, I bet. It's UL 1480 and UL 2043 listed. That means fire safety, right, for plenum spaces?
Exactly. UL 2043 is the key one there. It means it's tested and safe to install in air-handling plenum ceilings. That's a non-negotiable requirement in many commercial buildings. Big deal for compliance.
So putting it all together,
Yeah.
What we have here is a speaker clearly designed as a commercial workhorse. It's safe for plenums, scalable for huge installs with the 7100-volt taps, and it comes with that safety net of long-term support from a seemingly reputable supplier.
Which leads to a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe chew on. This GALIL-6-C is closed back. We know that provides sound isolation and helps with that plenum rating. But the source material also mentions related models, like an 8-inch open back version, the GALIL-8CO. So the question becomes, for your specific project, what's the trade-off? An open back speaker might be a bit cheaper, maybe easier to physically install without a back can, but the closed back gives you that predictable sound control and plenum safety. Which factor, maybe upfront cost and ease versus acoustic isolation and guaranteed compliance, is more critical for your next job? Something to think about.